Hey everybody. I can't see. Oh, let me see. Oh, there we are. I hit the button. I wasn't ready. I almost chickened out. Just kidding, Nig. Um, I knew I needed to do this, and I was finding like 20 other things to do, like clean house and dust the grass. But yeah, something I'm working on. But that's another day. I shared yesterday, or Buju. My name is Trinity, and here on day 2 of my 7-day go live for 5 minutes every day. This is day 2. Yesterday, I shared a little bit about my healing journey and why I'm doing this, where I came from, and there's a lot of reasons why, and it outweighs the fear of doing it, and it's scary, honestly. But um, I wanna be able to feel comfortable doing this, going live, put myself out there. But I decided last night that I wanted to share how I began my journey of healing. And I started, the big thing that I started on is forgiveness, learning how to forgive myself. And that was really hard. And how it went was, I mean, it's something I still work on, but it's not as bad. I would stumble. It was during my stumbling days, I would use, knowing that I wanted to quit, and I would beat myself up. I'd be like, why did I do this? I don't want to. And I'd be ashamed and guilty and feeling like a failure, and I'd beat myself up for weeks and be like, just until I'd pull myself up again and be like, okay, I can do this. And I'd go like 2 weeks, and then I'd use again, beat myself up for a week, and then start over, carrying the shame. That's the big thing, is shame, being ashamed of what I did or who I was and what people thought about me, like the stigma that goes along with being an addict. And it's hard, like trying to be the person that people expect you to be. That's also another day. But forgiveness, forgiving myself. And I just wanted to say that it was hard, and it hurts. And when I started to do that, it was like, and I had some time in, not using, it was like everything that I've ever done hit me like a ton of bricks. It was like, it hurt really bad. And in order for me to get out from under that, I had to dig deep and know that the Creator loved me, obviously. And that's when I started to get spiritual and talk to God, because obviously, if He didn't love me, I'm just gonna say He, and to use context. But Gichimani do a great mystery. If He didn't love me, I would have died so many times. I should have been dead so many times. And obviously, I'm here for a reason, because I wake up every day. And that was something I needed to remind myself about every day, is that Creator obviously forgives me. Why can't I forgive myself? And that's just something I had to hold. And knowing that whatever I did, the choices I made, that's between me and God. And I had to keep that in my head and push out all the words that people were saying, or all the opinions of others, and know that what I'm doing is going to take time, and I can't go back and change the past. I can't. None of us can. And that kept me going. And when I practiced forgiving myself, I was learning how to forgive others. Cause I was, like I said, I was a very angry person. And in order to forgive others for, like blaming them, in my addiction is blame. When I'm blaming, I'm not being accountable for myself, and realizing that my feelings are my choice and I'm accountable for my own feelings is freedom. It's a choice. And forgiving others, that was hard. But realizing where I came from and the choices I made, only me and God know why I make the choices I made. So only others and God know why they make. Everybody makes. Who knows why we make the choices we do, except God, Creator, Gucci. And I had to look back, and that's when I started going back into the intergenerational traumas, and realizing, like, say for instance, my parents, like, why couldn't they love me the way I wanted to be loved? And going back to realizing that they were raised in a different generation. They were raised in a different generation also from differently, just like I'm raised differently from what my kids are differently. And but yeah, so forgiveness, that's a hard one, but it's worth it. And letting go of the shame and not carrying it anymore is a gift. And I just want to close up by saying the gifts of forgiveness and patience and love that Creator gifts me, it's a gift. It's like, who am I to keep those gifts to myself? If I keep those gifts to myself, then I feel like I'm better, or whatever. I don't feel like I'm better than anybody, but if I were to keep those gifts to myself and not share those like I'm trying to do here, and help and support others because I've been there, then I would feel selfish. And that's like, who am I to share the gifts that Creator gives me? Or who am I to be stingy with the gifts that Creator gives me? And so, but, healing starts when we share, when we own our truth. And I just want to say, like, the best example of owning your truth and owning the shame is like 8 Mile. At the end where Eminem sings his rap, his final rap, and he like talks about getting beat up and jumped, and he owns that, because then the guy can't use that against him. you know, and it's so powerful to be like, yeah, I did that. Not proud of it, but yeah, I did that. And Creator knows I did that, and obviously I'm standing here, and I'm loved, and I can't go back and change the past, but I can change. All I have is this moment, because at that time I did the best I could. Hey, Vicky. But tomorrow, I don't know. We'll talk. I'll figure something else out to share. But today I just wanted to share a little bit about how hard it is hard to forgiveness, but it's worth it, because I want to be able to love. Love is just like top dog, man. And happy to be here. Love you guys. Till tomorrow. Giggle wobble men.